Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Covenant. And I'm sick. I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick. You guys ever have that in the winter sometimes when your lungs just fucking burn when you breathe and you're coughing and shit, you know, stuffed up? It's gay. But I got me some medicine, though. I got this stuff. It's called Jack Daniel's Winter Jack. And I don't think it's available in the States. It's only available in Germany, as far as I know. But what it is it is Jack Daniel's whiskey, of course, mixed with apple cider, cinnamon, and cloves. And you drink it hot, like coffee hot. And that shit is good. Like, the heat just kind of like breaks up all the shit in your chest, you know, and it soothes your throat, and it's so yummy. And the reason I'm mentioning it actually is because I had some of my friends that are still back in the States that are on my Skype friends list, you know, like I used to have a bottle for my profile picture, and they asked me like, dude, what the fuck is that, and where can I get it? I was like, it's Hot Punch, you probably wouldn't like it, and only in Europe. So, but Hot Punch is a European thing. Like if any of you ever heard that Miracle of Sound song called Nord Mead? What mead is, if you didn't know, is it was a Viking drink. It was a honey wine served hot. Honey wine served hot and drank out of a bull's horn, which I have one of those actually, and I love it. But you know, and they drank it there hot because it's fucking cold, right? And so that's a thing that like spread all over Europe when the Norse people, the Nordic people, were taking over Europe. So, you know, but of course nowadays there's more than honey. There's a million different flavors and fruits and blah blah blah. But yeah, so I'm sick, right? And I work at a hospital. I work security, and I throw out people that are like aggressive with the nurses and shit. And I make sure nobody steals anything, and you know, all that good shit. And well, I worked a night shift last night, and I was like, fuck it, I'm sick as fuck. The doctors are all closed because it's Saturday. Like, I'm gonna go to the emergency room and just have them look at me. Man, this shit freaked me the fuck out. Like, I expected to go in there and for it to be like a doctor's visit, right? Like, you know, you go in and the doctor's like, okay, so what's going on? And you're like, oh, you know, my lungs are burning, I got a sore throat and a headache, you know. And what do you expect him to do? The first thing you expect him to do is say, are you a smoker? That question was never asked. The second thing you expect him to do is to bring out you know, it's like test your temperature and your blood pressure, and then you know, pull out the stethoscope and listen to your chest, right? Like, oh, breathe in, breathe out, blah blah blah. No, that all came way later. I'll tell you what they did do though, is they hooked me up to a machine that measures my pulse and my fucking blood pressure, which is fine. They took my temperature, which is fine. Then they laid me down on a fucking hospital bed in the emergency room and put fucking electrodes all over my body and gave me an EKG. An EKG. I'm like, why the fuck are you giving me an EKG? Oh, we just do it all the time. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, talk about milking the insurance thing, right? Because here in Germany, you know, we have what's called social insurance. It's like, you know, it's like in the States if everybody had Medicare. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody and their mama all had Medicare, that's basically how it works. You know, it's like it's also like working a full-time job in the States with benefits. You know, like you pay for half your insurance, your employer pays for the other half. That's how it works here, except that everybody has it. That's the only difference. But yeah, man, talk about milking that insurance money. An EKG? Are you serious? And then they took me into the X-ray room and took an X-ray of my lungs. I'm like, okay. I was complaining about my lungs burning. I guess that makes sense, right? But a little excessive, honestly. I mean, especially since the doctor, when listening, like later when the doctor listened to me breathe, she said, "Oh, it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, like you definitely have a lung infection, but it'll probably be bronchitis. But it's too early to prescribe anything. Just come back when it gets worse." But then she sent me in for, you know, for a fucking X-ray, which I found just over the top, dude. I was there for like 2 fucking hours just to have them tell me like, oh, it's probably gonna be bronchitis. Here, take a couple days off and come see me on Monday. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant and the video, and subscribe. All right, later.